We are fullies.
Oh, you got your list?
I got my list.
Sweet.
I got my list.
I like doing I think this is a really...
I really think that we can do an entire podcast by just talking through a cork.
I'm
Alright,
gonna
sorry,
draw.
No, I said a cork.
Because you need to be able to speak. Anyway, Scotty!
Hey everybody, welcome to Wee Movies. Put a cork in it, guys, or rather, take the cork out. Wee Movies, that's Jordan, that's Caleb, I'm Scotty. How you doing? Today we're gonna have a look at 2019! And I'm sure all your levels just broke your ears. We're excited, apparently. I don't know why. Actually, there's a long list of movies.
There's a big list. There's a huge list.
It's going to be
of
a year of
coming out.
movies, guys. I think
You
there's
could
gonna be
say
things that we
almost
see.
like every year.
I think there's going to be movies that we see that we really fall in love with. I think there's going to be movies that we see that we really don't want to see.
And we're gonna
No
watch them anyway.
statement. No statement has been more generalized and more true. Ever.
We're not even talking about all the movies of 2019 because we're actually already starting to review some of them. So the ones we're reviewing coming up and we're not talking about is because... So check our...
Go back and look at our other podcasts because we've already reviewed some of them.
So Jordan, you have seen the trailer for Velvet Buzzsaw.
I did.
I don't know anything about this one.
Me neither.
So this is a film done by the same guy who did Nightcrawler. And so he's teaming up again with Jake Gyllenhaal, who's also starring in this film, and it's got a lot of really good talent and also some fresh talent, some faces in that trailer that I have never seen before in my life. So that's good, and it looks really interesting. The premise sounds like it's an art critic who takes on an artist's paintings, which then come alive and start killing people.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
That's interesting. Okay.
I would recommend not watching the trailer though, because it does give a fair amount of what I would assume is a fair amount of the plot away, which is a bit silly. I don't think that they should have done that. But again, I like the look of it, and I like the director, and I like the actors that are in it. So
cool.
I'm keen for that one.
Be the style of movies these days to just release a trailer that just gives away the whole plot of it.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it has been since Castaway. Anyway.
Yeah. Hold on. Before we do anything, I'm just going to move that a bit closer to Caleb because I can't hear.
Brody.
You're closer to me.
Yeah, a little bit closer to you because I couldn't hear too much of
Caleb.
it. Yeah, it's weird.
Anyway.
I'm sorry, guys. I do have a problem with talking softly.
Okay.
It's
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is a movie that's coming out this year.
I'm also keen for this one.
What movie is coming out?
Quentin Tarantino's latest film. With a
filk. Done.
Latest filk.
Filk. It's a cross between film and flick. It's a new thing. Not really. It's got amazing cast. It's got Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio, loads of other people.
And it's a Tarantino film.
I liked the last film loads of other people were in.
Too many people. No.
It does have a huge cast.
It does. But more importantly, it looks like he's going back to his roots. It looks like a Pulp Fiction or a Reservoir Dogs, one of those sort of movies. And it looks like it's dealing with dark themes in an interesting way. So, cool.
Actually, this year is going to be the year of big directors going back to their roots because Martin Scorsese has another film coming out.
Really?
And it's going back to his gangster Boston roots kind of thing, and it's called The Irishman. Yes. Not a lot of details have come out about it, but it does look like a really interesting film. It's got Joe Pesci. It's got
Joe Pesci.
Robert De Niro, and it's got Al Pacino as well, headlining the cast, and quite a few other well-named actors that are also in on the roster. So I'm very keen for that.
Yeah, that actually sounds really good. I was wondering what The Irishman was, so that's what it is. Ad Astra, Jordan.
Yes, Ad Astra it looks like a very interesting film starring Brad Pitt, and I can't remember who directs it, but it's about... Oh, that's right. No, it's the director who did The Lost City of Z. Oh. And he's known for doing a lot of very slow burn, dramatic films. Okay. And this one's about a man who goes searching into space for his lost father. So that'll be interesting.
I actually think I did hear about that now. It's the I heard someone describing it as Interstellar 2.0, but not Interstellar.
So it should be interesting.
Yeah.
That sold me more than anything else you've said.
That's why I should be in marketing. No, Captain Marvel. Let's get into talk about Marvel movies, shall we?
Yeah, let's knock
Do we
them all
have
out
to?
of the park.
Okay, so Captain Marvel. I think the trailers make it not look that good.
Yeah.
I think the
agree.
trailers seem to be aimed at a certain demographic.
I think if the vibe of the movie is the same as the vibe of the trailers, I'm just not that interested.
That's fair.
It just doesn't look like anything we haven't seen before.
But is it going to be Avengers Infinity War 1.5?
Well, that's the thing. Is this going to be the movie explaining the MacGuffin that's used in Endgame?
Well, that's
Or
the
isn't
thing.
it?
That's the thing. Like, I wasn't impressed with Ant-Man, and a lot of people were saying no. Ant-Man had to be, it's explaining parts of what happened in Avengers, and
Is it?
is it though? That's my question. I don't think it.
Okay.
So anyway, moving on. It's a Marvel movie, so it's
We'll just continue on the Marvel train of thought then. Next, actually, talk about a different comic book movie. Another one looks unfortunately bad. Hellboy.
Yeah. I was introduced to Hellboy through Del Toro's first films, the number one and two. It came out in 2000 and,
original.
2005 or 2004? I think the first
Yeah,
one
I
came
think
out.
it's 2004. The
Yeah,
first one.
2004, and then 2008 the second one
Yeah.
came out. And he was going to make a third one, and then they cut funding, and stuff happened, and it wasn't possible. And now they're bringing it back. And
The thing is, when we first heard about this, I thought it sounded great, and then the first trailer came out.
Yeah.
And the first trailer, in my opinion, looks like it's worse than a TV movie.
Yeah.
Or a 90s TV movie, even. It's like, anyway.
It just looked so lowbrow.
Well, I was excited at first because it has the guy who first came up with Hellboy directing, Mike Mignola. And I was like, yeah, awesome. The original auteur of this comic book creation has come on board to direct it. And then I saw the trailer and I just thought, if that's the best you guys have to offer, I'm not impressed.
Okay, can DC finally make a good movie? Shazam!
I think Shazam looks, and I've only seen one trailer
I've
for
only
it.
seen one trailer, but
It looks like a step in the right direction for
Yeah,
them. If they're going for the whole light, happy, fun version of DC that should have happened ages ago, then I'm tentatively looking
what's
forward
interesting,
to it.
I think, is that because it's a kid in an adult's body, it almost lends itself to this duality that DC's accidentally created of happy, fun times and then dark overtones.
Well, I got flashbacks to that Tom Hanks movie where the kid suddenly grows up overnight.
Oh,
and
yeah,
adult.
yeah. Is it
Big?
Boy? Yeah, Big. That's
Big.
it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, no.
Except superhero version of Big,
You
which
know
could
what?
work.
You know what? DC has given themselves a dark and gritty reason to do a Marvel movie because most of the Marvel characters are just grown-up children.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's so true. That's
is.
actually a really good point.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I am
good.
reasonably optimistic, strange enough.
But you
Shazam.
you did start this by saying, can DC finally make a good movie? What do you have against Wonder Woman? What do you have against women? Just let
Sexist.
that one sit.
It was a reach, but yeah, Caleb climbed to the peak of that.
Well done. Congratulations, Caleb. You dick. Avengers Endgame. Finally, we get the end. Or,
Probably,
Russo brothers. That's all I need to say. Russo
Yeah.
brothers. I
mean-
love everything that they do. So
Yep.
I agree. I really liked Civil War. I really liked the new Avengers movie. Who didn't?
No one.
It's really good. It's
My
really
parents
good.
hated it.
I love
Surprisingly,
that. Sorry, I just love that your parents hated it.
I feel like a lot of people who hated it just disliked the ending.
Oh no, that's great. I like that people dislike the ending.
that's what
because-
it's meant to be. That's
Yeah,
what that ending was designed to be.
See, I feel like I would like it a lot more if I didn't know that they're just going to reverse it all.
But I
do
think we've
something.
known that from the very beginning.
Also,
though.
I
have
don't
to,
know
right?
what they
They have
are.
to.
No,
Yeah.
the thing is,
You can't leave it on a note of like half of all life is just gone.
Well, yes, they can't do that, but at the same time, I think that there are characters who aren't coming back,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
who are
absolutely.
gone for good, and that's what's exciting to me is like seeing where they're going to have the line
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
reset or dead. Anyway.
And I'm looking forward to those hard choices being made by some of those characters on screen.
And I think it's just interesting that all of the originals were the ones that were left behind.
Yeah.
And
I feel like
I think that's a
The
reason to do it.
last-
I think-
yeah.
The last hurrah.
Yes, that's a good point.
I'm sure they're going to do something to sacrifice themselves to reset
And it's going to
everything.
be heartbreaking and it's going to be awesome to watch because the Russo brothers have not let us down yet.
Okay,
Great episodes from Community, from Arrested Development.
Premiere.
It's amazing
Just-
these guys were given the keys to
Yeah.
the kingdom, basically.
But then again, their work speaks for themselves.
It does.
And
Yep.
they haven't
Great
let
movie.
anyone down at any point. Like, there's nothing they've done in the Marvel universe that has dragged it down. It's always been an improvement, which is exciting.
Every single film they've done is just a level up, level up, level up.
Okay.
Although I have heard people say that they didn't like Civil War.
Well,
Every time I've heard someone say that, they follow it up with a really stupid reason not to like it. Like they didn't like the action scenes.
I think it's.
or
a
they
bit-
didn't like the
Okay,
CGI.
I'll be
Said, if you didn't like it, let us know.
No, I think it's a bit.
Yeah,
long.
We're not
but
gonna
yeah,
back
I
you
want
up.
to hear a
Yeah,
real
yeah.
like if you've got a reason why you didn't like it, let us know because I am really keen on expanding my own thoughts on it and trying to understand someone else's.
That goes with everything that we ever
Yes.
do.
Yes.
No, I think the film is actually a bit long, in hindsight. But anyway, let's continue on to
I
Dark.
like its length.
Let's talk about Dark.
I love
Phoenix.
its length. I think it's the perfect length.
You could say that I'm obsessed with its length.
Okay.
It was a bit above average,
Was
wasn't
its
it?
width
It
okay
was.
as well?
For a length.
And it was really fulfilling as well. I felt
was.
really filled.
Did you feel the ending was satisfactory? Okay.
What I'm saying is for Endgame,
I felt like it gave me a lot of satisfactory moments throughout my time with its length.
Okay.
Look, I don't care.
Put a
Just-
cork in it, guys. Shut up.
Russo's, give me the length. I don't care.
Okay.
What's next?
Dark Phoenix. Very different movie.
Sorry, say that again.
X-Men Dark
No,
Phoenix.
no.
Yeah, I'm good.
No, I'm good. You can keep it. Unless, keep it.
Yeah, I think Apocalypse. Was that it? Was it Apocalypse?
Apocalypse was a huge step down from
Yeah.
the previous films.
Talk about a box office disaster. Because Apocalypse.
Did it make...
It's a shame because it had at least 2 really well done scenes in it, and then the rest was just sacrificed to.
Yeah,
Box office
it was
hell.
just what happened with that movie. No idea.
Now,
No.
spoiler title in the next one. Spider-Man Far From Home. Now, I think this is funny that the title is such a spoiler, although I think Tom Holland accidentally spoiled the title before he was
Accidentally.
supposed
Tom Holland is known for being a spoiler machine.
Yeah.
There was recently, when they were doing the tours before the most recent Avengers came out, he was paired deliberately with Benedict Cumberbatch,
And it's hilarious.
who would shut him off and cut him off every time there was, like, he was about to give away a spoiler. Benedict would just jump right in and say,
It's-
yeah, no, I think that's
to.
an
You can
interesting
see
question.
these clips on YouTube. They're so funny.
Oh, it's great. Look them up because they are hilarious.
Yeah. So we don't know much about Spider-Man Far From Home, but it's the sequel. I'm looking forward to it. I'm kind of hoping they go a bit more on the, like, what's the Tom Holland Spider-Man called? I've forgotten what the title is.
Peter Parker.
No, the name of the movie.
Homecoming.
Homecoming.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. I think
The third one has to have something to do with home as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's a I do like. Have you either of you seen the trailer yet? Because it just dropped.
Oh, that's
the other
No,
day.
we haven't. Do you want to watch a trailer with us?
Yeah, let's. Well, what we're gonna do
Let's
now
pull
is
up
we're
the
gonna
trailer first.
we're gonna throw the trailer on. So let's do that.
That's right. Exclusive. We Movies. Trailer reaction.
That's good.
So that's the trailer.
Looks interesting.
It looks good. It looks good. I'm not gonna lie. I had chills when Jake Gyllenhaal like appeared out of the green gas stuff.
Yep.
And if you
Yeah.
noticed, he was using some of the same tricks that Doctor Strange uses with some of those, like the what do you call it? It's magic, basically.
It's
yeah.
magic.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool because it's a tie into some of the rest of the Marvel universe because I don't think Mysterio in the comics was ever like that. He wasn't a magician as such. He was just like not a real magician, but he was an illusionist.
He's an illusionist.
Yes.
And I think that's interesting how they're doing it because I think
Right.
in the first comics he's introduced as a faux hero. And
yes,
I think that's what they're doing
a
here.
fake hero.
Yeah,
Ah.
which is interesting.
So I'm really keen.
I like how they've chosen, instead of doing in the previous one it was about Robert Downey Jr. with Spider-Man. This time it's Tony Stark it's Fury with Spider-Man.
He's growing up and he's got mentors along the way, which I like.
Yeah,
I
I
like
like
that
that.
little touch.
For a superhero movie, I thought it had surprisingly little action scenes in the
on
trailer.
the trailer, yeah.
Which I thought was kind of
They're
refreshing.
saving them. Like I think Marvel,
Yeah.
when they do their action sequences, they like a spectacle of it.
Yeah.
So they don't blow their load, as it were, in the trailers.
That is true. They're when it comes to marketing, more or less, they're pretty good with it.
I like that Far From Home is actually a reference to something other than what people thought it was before.
Yeah.
He's not stuck.
He's
at the end of
actually,
the universe.
like,
That's,
and- but
that's what I thought it would be.
It's
me
a
too.
it's a really cool way of like because it's a real thing that kids go on school holiday trips overseas and learn different cultures and stuff like that. So I like it. It feels like a real thing.
It feels
that could happen.
genuine.
Yeah.
High school movie again, which is good. I'm glad they're continuing that theme. I'll be interested to see it. That's good.
Yeah.
I'm actually more excited
forward
seeing the
to it.
trailer, which is good. So that trailer's
Yes.
a success, and that I am more
know what?
excited to see.
Great
the movie.
trailer.
Just watching that, it made me think how much Captain Marvel reminds me of the Green Lantern.
Oh dear.
Is it just me?
Let's
No,
not.
I think he has a bit of a
let's-
point, but
Let's.
yeah.
I agree with you, but let's leave Captain Marvel alone for now. I think we don't want to tread over that too much.
What happens when you take X-Men, you take YA, and you take horror, and you roll them all into one?
A marketable movie.
New Mutants.
That's right, New Mutants.
So is it marketable? It's the
I
trailer.
haven't heard about anything. I haven't
The
seen a trailer or
hit
anything.
ages ago.
Oh, was
ages-
that weird
Yeah.
B-movie looking film?
Yes, with Arya from Game of Thrones.
Oh, I'm not like I was kind of skeptical at first, but
Why
I'm
is
not
it taking
keen.
so long for it to come out?
I'm guessing
It
it's...
sounds like a lot of production problems.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
maybe like
does.
reshoots or just
I don't think it's
That's what it's
the
necessarily...
studio
maybe
benching
not.
it because it's not great.
Yeah,
It could just be timing as well.
Yeah.
There's been a
They could be
lot-
like, that's a lot of competition for a superhero film. Let's slide it under the radar
But it's
somewhere
funny
else.
though. There's just going to be more and more competition, unfortunately.
That's it.
So
We're in the age of superheroes now, so you gotta be able to bring it out.
I feel like we're now in the phase where we've had all of the mainstream successes. Now you can use a franchise to start doing those weird side movies, and I felt like the beginning of that was Logan.
yeah, Logan was.
Yeah. I think
something-
Logan.
Movies-
Sorry, you go. You
No,
say a piece.
Logan was this unique experience where it was. The director had a clear vision of what they wanted from the movie from the get-go, and
Yeah.
they delivered on it.
Yeah. It was also a film that it's the last. Like they viewed it as the last film that Hugh Jackman was going to play the role. It was the last time we were ever going to see this iteration of Wolverine on screen. So that's more
Funnily enough, have you heard
More-
the
that's-
rumors about
him coming back and doing
Infinity War 2?
yeah.
Yeah, but
I heard rumors,
That would be
but
amazing. See,
it
that's
would
what I
it would
thought
be it would be relegated to like a cameo. I feel because of the aspect of like different versions, alternate realities, and stuff like that of different things. So you could have the X-Men universe, the Marvel universe, we can go on and on and on.
yeah.
That's what I thought the end credit scene for Infinity War 1 was going to be. I thought that whole sequence with Nick Fury and the beeper or pager or whatever it is,
that's
I
right,
thought it was going to drop, and I thought we were
Wolverine.
going to see like a Xavier's school for X-Men symbol come up. Because at this
kinda glad
stage,
they
Disney had
didn't.
just acquired Fox.
They did, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so I had just assumed, like, oh, he's going to be calling the X-Men or something, right? He has to. And then the Marvel logo came up.
I feel like at the same
Careless.
time, I feel like Captain Marvel was in the works well and truly before the Fox deal had
yeah,
even
yeah, yeah.
solidified.
Yeah.
They still
So
must be
they're
trying
gonna
to work
stick-
out what to do with
Like
it.
I think they've wanted to stick with this for a while, and I don't
I
see
know.
them
I
changing
think their
anytime soon.
plan is they're going to once again redo Fantastic Four, and that's going to be the benchmark for redoing all the previously Fox-owned stuff, and then link it into their Marvel.
Yeah,
Cinematic
I
Universe.
think Fantastic Four is a series that is begging to be done right because we haven't seen
And
a
it's-
good version.
Oddly
of it.
enough, I think it's hard to do right as well because it's such it's that family aim that's so hard
Exactly.
about it.
Well, there's four characters that you've got to flesh out in a movie length period, and along with that, they're superheroes as well. So there's a lot of different things that they're dealing with, and so I can see how difficult that would be for any director.
I don't
let
think that
alone-
idea is aged well. So it's like the old
Yeah.
Jetsons cartoons and stuff like that. It's about a family, the Flintstones and stuff like that. Families together, and it's weirdly like a sitcom action adventure.
That being said, The Incredibles did it pretty well.
Yes, but
But at the same time, it's got a lot of things going for it. Like, yeah. Anyway, let's push on.
continue on. Let's talk about us. And I'm
All
talking
right,
about us
how you
together. I'm great. But the
Jordan Peele, the new Jordan
yes.
Peele film coming out this year.
I've actually stayed away away from the trailer because I'm going to watch it anyway. But you guys can tell me what you think from the. Have you seen the trailer?
I did see the first trailer that came out, the one that was very what do you call it? It was very reserved in what it was
Oh, that's good.
trying to advertise.
I got glimpses of it scrolling through Facebook, and then the ad just popped up and started playing without my permission.
So it
So I didn't-
invaded.
I
And
didn't
of
hear
course,
any
you had to
sounds.
watch it when that happened.
No. I just saw a few glimpses of it, and it looked interesting.
Okay.
It looked interesting, the style.
I really liked Get Out for what it was worth.
Me too.
Especially as a low budget
Hashtag.
independent film that it was. And I'm very keen to see what Us is about.
Yeah, it's
I'm interested.
it's a weird title, isn't it? Us. Are they talking like, is it us? Is it US? Is
Well, the I mean, it could mean a multitude of things. The
Yeah.
poster alone has so many themes, metaphorically in it. Like it's
You've
got,
been talking about the poster for a while, so maybe we'll put a.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're not going to talk about it, but like, check out the poster, check out the trailer, because it's got a lot of stuff to digest in that alone. So I'm looking forward to the film.
Let's go to kids. Let's start with the
Let's go to kids'
Disney
films.
animated movies.
Or
we
not animate. Well,
Live action.
Yeah. Live action
Actually, they're
animated.
Live action. Yeah.
Live.
They were, and now they are.
What are we getting?
Let's start with, I guess, Dumbo. I think that's the first one that's coming out.
Danny
Live.
DeVito, I'm keen for. I'm not sure about everything else.
It's Tim Burton does the wackiest of the old Disney animated. I loved Dumbo as a
The
kid.
most racist of the old Disney movies.
I'm not sure
arguably.
that's true. I think you could make excuses for Snow White and stuff. Anyway,
Oh, Dumbo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dumbo.
Disney's done way more racist stuff than.
Oh yeah, no, feature length films. A lot of people reckon
Wait,
that.
no, we can't mention that. They'll cut our funding. Anyway, I'm so excited to see Dumbo.
Yeah, Dumbo's going to be great.
It's going to be amazing. 10
It's
out
going
of
to
10.
be fine.
Disney are definitely giving us money for this review. Anyway, okay.
No, they're
see
not.
it
Don't listen
twice.
to him. He doesn't know anything. What are you talking about?
Okay.
No, I actually couldn't care less about Dumbo.
Yep, I know.
Yeah,
Tried to
I don't know.
The other two are Aladdin and The Lion King.
See,
so
I
Aladdin.
actually have some interest for Aladdin, but most of my interest is for The Lion King, just
Yeah.
based on Jon Favreau. I love
The
his
Jungle
track
Book.
record. The Jungle
Yeah.
Book was, I couldn't believe it. That was as good as it was.
Yeah.
I thought
It was
they
very
really pulled
good.
it off.
I stuck around during the closing credits for that film because they had this little how they did animation kind of thing
Yeah,
where they
yeah.
started with a base level and then they grew grass and then they had animals animated on it. And it's amazing because you don't realize how much of that film is actually CGI, and they did
a
it
lot.
so well.
Yeah.
Blew
It
my
was
mind.
really,
I think
really
it
It actually blew
impressive.
my mind. I didn't realize all of it was
Yeah.
CGI.
I think
It's
what
insane.
worked about that movie so well though was the guy who played Mowgli that kid was great.
Phenomenal,
Yeah.
phenomenal
Yeah.
little actor.
Surprisingly. Yeah.
I
Because
actually
he was an unknown. He hadn't really done much at all before.
It's
this.
weird. Maybe I'm wondering if it's because he was a kid that was actually so good at that. Because kids have, well, sometimes some kids have this
A lot
very
of
good,
kids.
imaginative.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Wait, on that note though, just one last thing. There's behind the scenes footage of Jon Favreau, and they were shooting the scene where Shere Khan is trying to attack Mowgli,
Yep.
and Mowgli's running away, and Jon Favreau played the tiger in the background, and he's chasing this kid. It's so funny.
That is
Look at the
hilarious.
behind the scenes of that
Very
film.
good.
It's so
I gotta
good.
check that out.
okay, and
That's funny.
Lion King. We're back to Lion King and Aladdin.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, keen
Keen
as a
I'm interested. I'm interested.
bean
Oh, yeah. I did see the trailer
on a
for that.
fire machine.
I thought I got way more of a CGI vibe than I did watching The Jungle Book. That being said, it is a trailer. Oh, thank you so much.
Oh, yeah.
It's very hot in here. Jordan's spraying me in the face. I always enjoy it. When you do that, Jordan. Thank you.
It's really hot in here, guys. So apologies
The
if
things we do for you.
that squirting sound was just the water bottles we're using to cool ourselves off.
What else would it have been?
Nothing else. Nothing at all.
Okay. So for me, Aladdin is a tricky movie to make because Robin Williams. And last time I was going to call him Robbie Williams, which is not funny.
Yeah,
But-
I love Robin Williams.
He's such an icon from my childhood, for not just Aladdin, but a whole bunch of other movies. And so I was worried about the casting, and I actually think Will Smith is a very smart choice.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Okay.
It's been a while since we've seen Will Smith do a comedy role.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm keen to see him back in that kind of
Wait, Seven
atmosphere.
Pounds wasn't hilarious? No, I'm kidding.
Best date movie.
Okay.
No, we've seen Will Smith do lighthearted, and he has so much charisma.
Yeah,
Yes.
And
especially when it comes to that comedy stuff.
But it'll be interesting because we know he has done some dud movies and he doesn't seem to care too much about them as long as he's being paid. But he does seem to keep things lighthearted and fun.
Yeah.
I'm interested.
Actually, the Suicide Squad was a joke. Anyway.
One big joke.
Lion King. So, first of all, they brought back James Earl Jones as Professor.
Right.
And that is so good.
Yep. You can't replace
amazing.
that voice.
We were talking earlier how we would just like it to all be James Earl Jones. You just like do all the voices.
Yeah,
Exactly.
James Earl Jones as Simba. James Earl Jones as Nala. James Earl Jones as Zazu.
I would watch that.
Yeah.
I would definitely watch that.
I don't care if it was animated with like drawings.
No.
Like just random like
Just
kid
stick
drawings.
figures. Stick figures.
That'd be
Poorly
great.
animated lines. Poorly drawn
I just want
lines.
to hear a book narrated by him.
And also, can I just say the first trailer is genius because it's the remake of the original trailer.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Like,
Is it?
It is.
Actually?
Yeah.
It is actually.
It is actually. We mentioned this
interesting.
in the last attempt at this podcast because we couldn't
Whatever
make it.
happened.
But we were like, I wonder if it actually is, and it turns out it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Back to my other point. Is that why it seems more CGI-y than the Jungle Book? Because they were molding the models to act as they did in the original cartoon,
I'm
rather
not
than in the Jungle
sure
Book.
because
where
I
they went for a more
did
natural-
notice some discrepancies in the animation. Like for instance, because I watched it side by side. In the animated version, Rafiki uses his
They are
right
slightly
hand to
different,
do the mark on Simba.
I just don't
In
think
the real
post-production's
life
finished.
version, he uses the left hand.
We need to talk about which hand he used.
Exactly.
Damn it.
No,
It's important, guys.
I don't
alright?
think the post-production is finished yet on the movie.
No, I don't
I
think
think
it is
this
either.
trailer was just to get
Yeah,
everyone
yeah.
excited, but it's not actually how the final movie is going to look.
No.
Hopefully.
Anyway, all this is kind of irrelevant.
It's-
We'll probably
it's
see it.
irrelevant.
I'm keen enough to see it.
Yep.
Now, Caleb,
Hi.
do you think Detective Pikachu is going to be a good movie?
Oh, you know me. You
So
know
no.
I can't say no to a good Pikachu movie. I have no idea. I genuinely have no idea about this movie. Is it a live action?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so that
Well,
is
it's
the
a mix.
strangest thing in the world.
So Ryan Reynolds is being Detective Pikachu.
He's doing
That's
the
right.
voice.
Deadpool
What is happening?
is Pikachu.
I don't understand
I
what's
still
happening.
think someone else online has said this first, and I think I'm with them. But I reckon Danny DeVito should have been the voice for Detective Pikachu. I think that would have been a much better marketing choice.
You just want Danny DeVito.
I would have
to be
loved
everything.
that.
That would have been
He should be
incredible.
in everything.
You know
He
what?
should.
Maybe he
Completely
isn't.
wrong
Maybe
for
he's the
Pikachu, but I
Jigglypuff.
agree.
Maybe he's playing Jigglypuff,
Jigglypuff.
Pikachu's sidekick.
So, what the heck is this about? Because
Okay.
it's Pikachu, but he's a detective.
I'll
Is it like
put
a
it back.
world of Pokemon?
So
Yes.
a while ago, when the manga and the anime were a big hit, they branched out and they started doing more manga comics and stuff like that. And one of them was this idea that there is a Pikachu that can talk to this specific person.
Only one
and
person.
he's also a detective. So he's an extremely smart Pikachu, and they go on adventures solving crimes and all this other stuff. Cut to now, and Nintendo goes, you know what would be a great idea for a movie? Detective Pikachu.
Because the thing is with Pokemon is the idea behind the games is so linear in terms of how
Yes.
you make a movie, so it's really hard to do.
if you
it's
make a
very
live action
hard.
movie, how are you not going to make comparisons to just animal fighting?
They do. There's a cage fight in the trailer.
Yeah, there's a cage fight in the trailer,
joking.
and
No.
they talk about it in like a self-referential
They even
way.
make jokes about
Okay,
Mr. Mime
alright.
being a paedophile. Well,
made this
not
movie?
quite exactly that, but
What audience is this for?
I don't know.
I think it's.
I'm
Anyway.
pretty, but that being said, the original manga of the Pokemon series, it was dark. It was,
Yeah, it was.
real. They
Yeah.
had people and Pokemon dying on those pages, and it was pretty brutal. And then
Okay.
then Nintendo came along and toned it down for the kids. With
So
the
you
games
could
and
say
stuff.
that you went to a pet cemetery.
And with that segue, we're on to our next movie.
Wow.
Yeah.
That
I'm
was
saying wow.
yeah. That was a
So Stephen King has
Well,
a couple
good.
of movies coming out.
Yeah.
two movies or more.
So
Two-
Pet Cemetery,
two
I
movies.
hear that is that a remake?
It's a remake of
Okay.
the original movie.
Well, is it a remake or is it an actual one
Reboot?
that's based on the book?
It's based on the book, as far as I know.
Okay,
I
so
don't know
then,
too much
like,
other than
yeah.
it's coming out. So
Okay. I'll watch it.
yeah,
I'll watch it.
sure.
Stephen King had a pretty good year last year. I think they released 3 Stephen King based.
Yeah, they
films.
did. They had that. Or was it the year before? They had the one where they're just a couple chained in the bed and the guy dies.
Yep, that
and
was. I'm
some
pretty sure that
spoilers.
was last year, beginning of last year.
Okay.
That was on Netflix, and then they had It Chapter 1.
Yeah.
And then I think that was 2017. Was it, or is it this last year? I can't remember. It doesn't matter. Anyway, Stephen King is seeing a resurgence in a lot of films based upon his books, and I couldn't be happier. I love
Don't
his
call
work.
it a comeback.
So yeah, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be good.
It Chapter 2 is obviously the next thing to talk about.
Yep.
Then. I don't know.
I liked the first one, and we'll see. They got a great cast.
They do.
James McAvoy,
Yeah, no, that's what I
Jessica
think.
Chastain.
Oh.
Who else is in it? They've
There's
got a
lot
bunch
of
of other
good
people in it.
I think it's going to come down to how good the cast does, because for me, the problem with it as a book is the kid's story is a lot more interesting than the adult story, and so I think how they direct and the actor's performance and is going to be a big deal in terms of how good this movie actually ends up being.
Okay, spray me, Jordan. Spray me.
Blow it in his face.
That's the stuff. It's hot
Satisfaction guaranteed. Okay.
The first one was great. I feel like it was kind of lightning in a bottle. I feel like it was similar to how like the first Star Wars was a bit of an accident in it's saved by the editing.
Yeah.
I think that the first one might have been an accident. We'll see.
That being said, I love seeing really talented young actors getting roles that can really showcase their abilities as actors, because like we're living in a golden age of that as well, where we're getting kids as young as like 7, 8, 9, 10 who are fantastic actors in their own right already, and they're doing amazing work, especially in that first It film, and also because of TV shows like Stranger Things, and we're getting to see a lot of that. So yeah. I like the cast. And apparently in this Chapter 2 we're going to see some of that younger cast again.
Okay, yeah. They kind of have to, because that was like one of the best parts of the original.
The back and forth between those kids.
First one.
The back and forth between those kids on screen was really great to see.
Yeah. One interesting thing, a film that's coming out revolving around kids is they're finally making an Artemis Fowl movie. I think we all think this is too late, right?
About 8 years too late.
Yep.
Yeah.
It should have come out as if you're going to make it, it should have come out as at least competition to Harry Potter, or halfway between that series, or something like.
We've just had
missed
too
the
many
boat,
young
man.
adult
like
were books turned into movies and just be awful.
Yeah.
Just
I mean,
not
if it turns
interesting.
out to be an amazing film, awesome. But
would
the
love it
chances
to
are
be.
stacked against it. So
Oh, we don't have it here. There's that Doug Lyman. Is it Doug Lyman? The YA movie.
the one with Tom Holland
and Daisy Ridley.
Daisy Ridley.
Yeah.
Chaos Walking?
Chaos Walking.
Chaos
That's it.
Walking.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of the name. The name sounds a bit I'm 14 and this is deep to me, but
Yeah.
it could be really good.
The only thing that I'm interested about it is the fact that Charlie Kaufman, I think, has a writing credit on it.
Yeah.
So no
That's why I
idea
wanted
how
to
much
mention it.
involvement he actually has in the script.
But he's a great writer.
Oh, it has Mads Mikkelsen in it too. That's interesting. Anyway,
Mads Mikkelsen is good. He's always been a solid performer.
he is. Okay. Now we have a lot of sequels. A lot of sequels.
Let's zoom through them really
Yeah.
quickly.
John Wick 3.
Who?
John Wick 3.
Yep, awesome, cool. I'll see it.
Okay.
Sure.
Like the first two.
Yeah.
Godzilla, and Friends. King of Monsters.
I'm optimistic.
Could be fun.
I thought the first one was the Godzilla movie was okay.
It was fun for me.
I enjoyed
Yes.
Kong
It was fun for
Skull
me.
Island
Did you
a
really?
lot more than I should have.
Well, there are. John C. Reilly's entertaining.
Yeah.
One good thing about Kong Skull Island for me was the lighting. Whoever was doing the lighting on that film did amazing, and the cinematography.
Well,
That's about probably where it ends for me in terms of stuff I can go, yeah, that's awesome.
I just had such a fun time.
It was fun. It was fun. Like, don't get me wrong, it's fun. It was
Okay,
fun.
a movie that I'm actually interested in after seeing the trailer is MIB International, Mission in Black.
I've always been a
Mission
fan.
Black.
I've always been a fan of not Mission Impossible. I am a fan of Mission Impossible, but yeah, I might watch it. It looks like a popcorn
So
film.
I like Chris Hemsworth, I like Tessa Thompson. I mean, I like not Liam Hemsworth.
and they
Yeah.
had great chemistry in the most recent Thor film,
They did. So
which
that's
is
why.
probably why they're doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's
Like,
good.
nothing
She's also.
about the-
Did you know she's in Annihilation?
Yes, yeah.
She's so different though.
She's very different, very
Tessa
understated.
Thompson.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very understated. Also, good movie. Go back and watch that on
Yeah,
Netflix.
Annihilation.
Criminally underrated.
Yeah.
Disgustingly produced.
I think that has mixed feelings with most people.
What,
on
Annihilation?
Yeah.
You know the production story behind it, right?
No.
No?
Anyway, maybe we can go into that.
Yeah, we'll go
into
into it. We'll go
we
into
should review Annihilation.
We will review
Kingsman
Annihilation.
3. Speaking of...
Nah, not interested. Sorry.
I
No.
don't know.
No.
Anyway,
I'll watch the trailer.
Two lost me. The first one should have been a standalone.
Probably.
It should have been, because you guys weren't ready to write a second one.
I think it's one of those... the problem with Kingsman 2, in my opinion, is that they thought that the fans liked these things in the first movie.
Yeah.
And actually, they were good because they were only small parts of the
Also,
first movie.
an hour way too long. That film was like 2.5 hours long. Way too long. Way too long.
Okay.
I'm so curious as to how
Matty Vaughn. Matty Vaughn.
How he missed the marks so badly.
Yeah, because
Kingsman
every
2.
single one of his films have at least been really entertaining.
Did you know he
and interesting to watch.
produced Fan Four Stick?
Yeah.
Did he? Oh, there you go.
Anyway, that's fine.
Well, he's produced a lot of films.
Right.
I mean, people do. Frozen 2.
People do. Not interested.
Yeah.
Not interested.
We're not the demographic.
Yeah, time to let it go, Scotty.
Let it go.
People like you are the exact reason why I didn't see the first one.
Yeah.
People like me are the product of people like me saying that over and over again.
One surprising remake was Jumanji, and then there's Jumanji 2.
There is a Jumanji 2. It's got Danny DeVito in it.
Yep.
So,
All right, I'm in.
yep, I'm in. Danny
I hope he
DeVito
offers
sold
us an
me.
egg for this trying time.
Like the first one was entertaining. It wasn't a
Yeah.
great film, but it was entertaining. So if they do the same with this, but with Danny
Surprisingly
DeVito,
entertaining.
Star
Hells yeah.
Wars Jawa, starring Danny DeVito. He's seeing it.
Yep.
Okay.
if he's voicing a Jawa anywhere in any film, I'm gonna be there.
It's like Martini. Yeah, I'll have one. Anyway,
Great.
Masters of the Universe. He-Man has a movie.
Do
for
we
the first
have
time
do we have any information on the cast?
of Masters of the Universe?
Yeah.
I think it's online somewhere. I think it's mostly an original cast.
So this is a live action.
It is, and
He-Man movie,
it's
is
been
that
in
right?
production for about 4 or 5 years. So,
Right.
oh yeah, starring. It doesn't say. It's starring NA. So
Well, that's an interesting idea to put a release date for this year when they haven't even organized.
no, they have
talent.
the cast. I
They're
think
just not
the ca-
telling anybody.
I just don't think it's in. I think it's a bunch of new people. Anyway,
Alright. Fair enough.
and that's it. There's definitely no other movies coming out in December. None at all. Definitely not a new Star
I like
Wars
to keep my
movie.
December's free.
No, yeah. Holiday. That's a holiday month.
Yeah. No, but seriously, Star Wars Episode 9. That's right.
We should point out that when we are going to be reviewing this movie, but we're also going to be doing a special podcast series on the entirety of Star Wars.
Yeah, just because
Oh,
the internet needs another one of those.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There's nothing
We're
else.
going to be dissecting and diving real deep into
We're going to be
Star
bringing
Wars.
something new to the table that no one else has ever brought.
Ever.
Is basically
Ever.
what
Our
I'm
own
saying.
opinions. That's what
Ever.
we're bringing.
Like the fact that Luke Skywalker is obviously closet bisexual.
It's not that people haven't delved too deeply into this. They have. It's just that we movies better than other people.
Oh, we are.
We know what we're
is.
talking about.
We is better than
We are the
everyone else.
go-to source on any movie information.
We've been the go-to source for 5 years.
You just don't know us about us until now.
The comeback.
Don't call it a comeback.
All right, so it's Star Wars. A big.
I don't
big-
know. Ooh, what is it good for? Absolutely nothing.
There's just so much behind-the-scenes stuff that has me like.
What the
Well,
Episode 8 has been like, it's less about the movie and more about behind the scenes discussion now than the movie itself. Anyway,
Yeah.
I did hear an interesting comment by Kevin Smith recently, who visited the set, and he said all he could say is that he witnessed a veteran actor give the performance of his life.
it will also be Carrie Fisher's final movie.
And from reports, apparently her
Right.
performance was
Pretty good too.
pretty good as
Yeah.
well. So
yeah,
That
so
would be interesting. I mean, it's just like a massive course correction now because J.J. Abrams is involved.
every film,
I
hold on, every Star Wars film that has come out since The Force Awakens has been a course correction. Like Force Awakens was a course correction from Episode 3. The Last Jedi was a course correction from the backlash for The Force Awakens, and this is probably going to be a course correction for the backlash from
Yeah,
The Last
probably,
Jedi.
which has me so uninterested in the franchise as a whole.
yeah, that's the problem, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's.
I don't think interest is ever going to die for Star Wars. I think it's
Yeah,
always going to
yeah.
be
I
there.
mean, look, just
And I've always said, I said this before The Force Awakens even came out, I said this is literally just about trying to please as many people as possible so that 8 to 10 years from now, they're going to have a new Star Wars series that's a little bit more original, that isn't based upon any of the previous films or content, and we're going to see something that's fresh and new, and people will go see it because this trilogy managed to get more people interested into it.
Yep.
And by more people, I mean the general audience.
So I'd just like to point out
super
now
fans.
that, sorry to interrupt, Jordan, you have a collection of corks over there that Scotty has been trying to shove in your mouth. You
No,
have
actually,
three.
these
Four.
3 I brought from home.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now, we have our opinions, but we'd love to hear yours. So there's
Yes.
a lot of movies coming out this year that we're excited for, and there are a lot of movies that we're going to see anyway, even though we don't care for them. But you might be excited about movies we haven't talked about, and if we have talked about a movie and you are more excited about it than us, or less excited, please tell us. We'd love to hear your opinions.
Yeah.
Especially films we haven't mentioned here, because there is definitely way more films
There's a
out there
lot
that are
of
coming
movies
out
coming out.
that we have not mentioned on this list.
Yeah.
Let us know what you guys think. I'm interested to hear about feedback as well. I'm always interested to see if other people disagree with me. Like The Last Jedi was one of the worst films ever made. Fight me. No, but really, we're not going to belittle anyone for having a different opinion for us. We really encourage it.
Caleb might, but
Just a
what
little
can you
bit.
do about it?
But I won't publicly say it. and
No,
that's okay.
yeah, he'll just
There's
say
a
it to
reason
us,
I'm
or he'll
sitting
say
in
it
the
behind your
middle.
back.
Just the important thing to know is that We Movie's better than you.
Okay. Thank you. We have been We Movies. I'm Scotty, that's Jordan, and that's Caleb. And until next time, Shazam.
Peace.
Bye.